This is the plaintiff, Miriam Saeed. She says her mother paid rent to the defendants, so her grandson had a place to live. Turns out one of them kicked the boy out, and the other had him charged with third-degree assault. They both refused to return the rent paid to them. She's powerless to get them to do the right thing and is suing both of them for $300, respectively. These are the defendants, Christine and Jessica Plaza. They say they did a huge favor for the plaintiff's mother because the kid's a real problem. They kept a roof over his head, they fed him and clothed him. Then he went and punched Christine's 10-year-old son in the face. So they say they're entitled to keep every penny of the money they received. They're accused of kicking him to the curb.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Montserrat Torres and Miriam Saeed. You are Miriam Saeed,
yes,
right?
I'm
Montserrat is your what?
My mother.
Okay, but she's not here?
No, she's ill. She's not here.
Okay, you're suing Christine Plaza and Jessica Plaza for $300 each in two similar cases that we've joined here today to hear because the facts are the same. Because according to your mom, she paid rent for her grandson to the two of them, and yet the two of them kicked him out.
Yes.
In two different consecutive months. How old is this grandson?
18.
Is he here?
No.
Okay. What's going on?
What's going on that in April, she paid Jessica Plaza.
Why is she paying rent? Who are they to you? Who are they to
my cousins. They my cousins.
Okay.
And where she's living at, she's real sick. There's too much gang. Too much stuff, so she don't want him to be over there because of the violence. So she asked Christina and Jessica, can she keep them there? Right, so nothing.
How long had grandson been living with Christina?
With Jessica a year and Christina a month.
Where are these kids' parents?
Well, her mother's incarcerated. She's locked
incarcerated.
Yeah.
And where's the father?
Not known.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay. Who is your mom receiving government assistance in order to raise
Yes.
you? What is the amount of that check?
I really don't know the amount of the check.
Okay. But out of that money,
right,
instead of keeping him there, she pays you, and you are what to that child?
Cousins.
Cousins. Do you have children of your own?
Yes.
How many?
3.
What ages?
10, 6, and 1.
Okay. And did you know that there are cousins and then there are cousins? Mm-hmm. Is this a cousin that you knew well?
Well, Carlos is our second cousin.
Okay, but did you know him well?
Yes.
Okay, and had you seen him raised, and did you?
Yes.
You had a relationship with him. What possessed you to bring him in? You thought he was a good kid, everything was fine, you didn't worry,
Yes.
what?
But Montserrat kicked him out and said he couldn't live at the place where they were at, so he came to her house.
Wait, why did she kick him out?
Because she says he's a problem child.
Okay, who did he go to first?
To me.
And you are Christine or Jessica?
Jessica Plaza.
Okay. So tell me about the circumstances under which he came to you.
He came to me, it was on a Friday, he came to my house. It was because he was on the train and they popped his beads because he's supposedly a blood.
They what?
They popped his beads on the train.
Okay, you're gonna, forgive me, but this is not my area of expertise, so you're gonna have to explain to me what you mean.
They popped his beads, he said he's a blood member. A gang.
So he's a gang member?
Mm-hmm. They popped his beads on the train, that's what he said when he came to my house.
Okay, and popped his beads means what?
They yanked the beads off of his neck.
Because he wears beads that identify him as blood?
As a blood. Mm-hmm.
Okay, go on.
So he came to my house. When he came to my house and he took off his shirt, the beads fell all over the floor.
Okay.
So he stayed in my house that weekend. That Saturday, Deborah called me and she was like, my mom said you could stay with him.
What does that mean when somebody pops your beads?
I don't know.
I mean, does it mean that you're a mark and they're going to follow you? Or is there some danger to him, or he's just?
I guess that's supposed.
Because I don't think he's hiding that he's a blood if he's wearing beads. So I'm not quite getting the.
I'm guessing that they tell him he's no longer allowed to wear them. That's like what he told me.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to understand. So there's some significance to that?
He made it seem like they were out to kill him. That's how he made it seem.
Who was out to kill him? His own gang or another gang?
The other gang, whoever was the other gang that popped his beads.
So he comes over to your house. And that's a good. Do you have children?
Yes, I have 3 kids.
How old are your kids?
I have a 1-year-old. I mean, a 2-year-old. She's 2 years old now, but she was 1 year old when he came to my house. I have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Okay, so it seemed a good idea to you to have a kid with a mark on his back, a big target sign, a big bullseye from a well-known gang to be around your 2, 5, and that seems like a good idea.
No, it wasn't a good idea, but I felt bad for him because he was scared. And then when his aunt called me.
Yeah, it's really risky to be a gang member.
Yeah,
It
so when
is.
his aunt
Yeah,
called me
there's
and asked
risks
me
associated
if he
with
could stay there, she was like, my mom's willing to pay you $200. And I told her, no, he cannot stay in my house. Where is he going to sleep? She was like, all right, $300. I was like, no. She was like, all right, just to get $500. And I was like, no. I said no.
What part did you say yes?
I kept saying no. And she just kept on. I was like, no. She was like, all right then. So then after that, on that Sunday, after church, his mother was like, I want to speak to you. So I felt bad for her.
Whose mother?
Carlos' mother, Monserrate.
Okay, that's his grandmother though, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's his mother because she adopted him.
Okay.
So she was like, can you please stay on for a little while until I get a safety transfer
Did she
out?
adopt him? That
Yes, she
did.
adopted. Yes.
Okay.
So that she can get a safety transfer out of where she's living, because the problem started supposedly where she lives at. That's what she's telling me.
So
I
she
was
tells
like,
you after church. Was
She-
Carlos at church?
Yes, he came. He used to go with me every Sunday.
Every
He used to
Sunday
fall-
at church.
He used to fall asleep, but he was there.
Every Sunday at church. He's a gang member, but every Sunday he's at church. Okay, go on.
So she spoke to me, and I said, all right, he could stay. It was only for a little while until she get the safety transfer out. The ACS worker came to my house to speak to me. The school came, I spoke to the school and everything, the counselor, the dean. They let me know that he was doing very bad in school. I tried getting him into an outreach. I took my time, took off of work, took him to an outreach. He didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. I tried my best with him
Okay.
for almost 2
So
years.
tell me about the lawsuit against you is a payment for rent for him for the month of April. What happened in April?
He had people coming to my house looking for him. The guy that came knocking on my door looking for him is a person that is known as the bad person where I live at.
As in,
Like
gang member?
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't accept it.
Okay, so what happened? The guy knocked on the door and said,
Was looking for him.
is Carlos here? And you
I
said,
he
no,
does
he's not.
I said he doesn't live here.
And then he said,
He said, all right, and he left.
okay. And then Carlos comes home and you say what?
I told him, you have to leave. You're not allowed to stay here. I told you, I don't want nobody knowing that you live here. I'm doing you a favor. I don't want any gang members coming knocking on my door. I have my kids here, and you didn't follow the rules. So you have to leave.
And what did he say?
He didn't want to leave. He was like, oh, but let me explain. I said, no, I already gave you many chances. Because even when he first moved into my apartment, he slammed the door, I threw him out. This is in the beginning. She wasn't giving me money. She gave me $50 for the first month he was there. He went back home. She called the cops on him while he was in the shower. The cop called me and said, can you please let him back in the house?
When you kicked him out, where did he go?
He went back to his mom's house.
And then what?
Then that's when the cop called me. If I could please let him back in.
This time?
No, this was the first
No,
time.
I'm asking you, in April when you kicked him out, where did
He
he
went
go?
to my sister's house. He went crying to her.
And you took him in?
Yeah.
And so you had him the rest of April? Mm-hmm. And what happens at your house?
He stood the whole month, and then April, May 5th, I had left him watching my 3 kids because I went to
What?
work.
Are you kidding me? You leave him watching your 3 kids?
But my husband was sleeping because my husband works overnight. Like around 7 o'clock, my 10-year-old calls me and he tells me, Ma, Papi punched me in my face, because that's what they call him, Papi. His name is Carlos. So I'm like,
But his
why?
nickname that other kids call him is Papi? Everybody calls him Papi?
calls him
The whole
Papi.
family. Everybody in the family does.
So then I told him, why you did that? When I got home from work, my kids were sleeping, so I didn't even see it, his face. So when we woke up at 7 o'clock, my son came to me, Ma, look at my eye, it's black, it's black.
Was it?
Yes,
Do you have a
I have
picture?
pictures, yes.
Let me see the picture. What do you know about that?
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you let a relative who is a gang member, a member of the Bloods, live with you if he needs a place to live?
No, absolutely not.
Even if he says, I need it so badly, I need a place to live?
No.
What do you think?
There's no way.
How come?
The danger factor, endangering my family and me.
Fair enough. Would anybody here do that? Would you do that, sir?
No, I would not.
So you would gladly look at the person and say, hey, no way, no way.
If he needed help, I'd give him money for a hotel, but not to stay in my house.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
What I know about it is that he did hit it. He said he didn't do it intentionally. He did got locked up. They came to pick him up in my apartment.
Is there a criminal case pending on him?
Yes, there's a criminal case. He has to go to court. He didn't do it intentionally. They were playing by hands. You know, that's what happens when you play by hand. And he went to court, and he went to jail.
What does your son say was the reason for the punch?
Because I have the police report. He says that they were arguing because Carlos was making fun of his dad, my son's dad or whatever. So my son was like, why are you making fun of my father?
What was he saying? Not that I'm just...
I don't know. He just said they were making fun of him. So my son told Carlos, why are you making fun of my father? Why are you making fun of my father? So my son pushed him. And then Carlos went and punched him. That still doesn't give him a reason to punch him. He's 18. My son is only 10 years old.
Okay. The law is when you pay rent, if you do something that causes you to get kicked out, then you did something that caused you to get kicked out. If they have a good reason to kick him out, it's not their fault. It's his fault. One person tells me a gang member came and knocked on my door and said, hey, is Carlos here? Which means now that the gang knows where he lives. And she's got kids living in that house. The other person not only tells me, but proves to me that he hit her 10-year-old kid. What the heck do you expect either one of them to do? They were both willing to do for that boy what I wouldn't in a million years have been willing to do. Let me tell you something. My heart fills with the milk of human kindness for his sad circumstances. And you know what I would do? I'd take a day off. I'd stand there at social services and try to hook him up with services. And when he didn't show up, I'd say, I've done my part. But I would never, ever bring a kid with a bullseye on his back to the house where my children live. Because you ladies may love Papi, but you have a responsibility to the children that you bore. You understand? And that is your higher calling. That is your higher calling. Because just as she finally ended up taking him in, she could have taken him in from the beginning.
No,
she could have taken him in from the beginning. Yeah. All right? Everybody's got problems. Stop. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got problems. But everybody has to tend to their own problems first, and everybody else's problems second. You don't get the rent back. Verdict for the defendants.
The plaintiff does not get the rent back, comes out on the losing end of the judge's verdict. What's your reaction to this coming out here? Step back a little. Yep.
I think it was a wrong verdict, and they liars. You know.
Don't you appreciate what they did by taking
they didn't do
Papi
anything.
in when he needed it?
They didn't take Papi in. They took Papi's money.
Where is Carlos now?
Who knows? It's not my concern. It's not
You don't
my
give
son.
them credit for trying?
No credit.
All right, right down the hallway. All right, all the best there. Say, come on in here, right over here. Tell me what your feeling is on the outcome here, girls.
Well, we're happy for the outcome because, you know, we took him in and we did a lot
for the money, like she says?
No, she just started talking to her mother and our maid. There was many years without speaking to each other. It's been a few months they've been talking now, so she don't really know what's going on either.
Why did you take him in?
Because just at the kind of my heart, I felt bad for him. You know, I tried to help her out, do her a favor, but it backfired.
Mm-hmm. You still feel bad for him? Even with everything you went through?
I do feel bad for him because it's like he's lost in the system.
You know where he is now?
He's in her house. He lives with her.
The school confirmed it yesterday.
She just said she doesn't know where he is.
The school confirmed it. He lives with her.
Yesterday.
She's doing it for the money.
Yeah.
That's why she's here.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey?
Kurt, I got to tell you, this is almost a situation where you should call Children's Services. If somebody lets a gang member who has a mark on his back living in a house with young kids, it is simply outrageous. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.